out, and Michaela Thompson, another left-hander hitter, will step in. In the booth by herself here this afternoon. Katie has bailed on us. It's a ground ball foul down the third base line. Thompson trying to slap her way on board. Kind of looked like Ichiro with that swing, but it's foul. And the count 0-1 on the left-handed hitting second baseman. Told you it's Brewster, Thompson, and Mann, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Then Carly Danielson, Brooke Carmen, Kelsey Carmen, 4, 5, and 6. Daly Danielson, Shaylin Hahn, and Kitty Danielson round out the bottom third for this group from Mangum. The count on Michaela Thompson now is 1-1 as she'll look at the ball here. Slaps this one foul on the left side. This count will go to 1-2. But I mean, Dwayne Mills now joining us in the booth, and I hope you like flies because we've got some up here. That's why Katie's not here. I'm trying to figure out how to get this fan on us where it blows on us and blows all those flies away. 2-2 pitch. Again, foul on the left side, and it'll stay actually 1-2, not 2-2. Couple of ball games this afternoon and this evening for the Lady Tigers of Mangum. They'll do battle with Leedey here, take a game off, and then get the Duke Lady Tigers a little bit later on. Duke and Leedey will play in between the two Mangum games. 2-2 pitch, off speed, and couldn't coax Thompson to take a hack at it, and now it's 2-2. Clairvoyant on my part, right? It is a hot, breezy August, no doubt about it. 2-2 pitch downstairs for ball. Boy, Webb wanted that one. And the count now will go 3-2 on Michaela Thompson. Just underway here in Mangum. As we mentioned, non-district affair. Swing and a miss, second strikeout in as many batters. And a good start here for Sid the Kid. She's got a pair of Ks to begin the ball game. 2 up, 2 down for Leedey in their half of inning number 1. And now a right-handed batter, and Ryan Mann will come to the plate for this group from Leedey. Talked about it over the years. Because of job situations and my son and whatnot, we made many a trip between Woodward and Altus, passing Leedey on the way, and the lights were always on. There's a little looping line drive into left field. That'll be a base hit. So Ryan Mann with a single into left field. 2-out single for Leedey. They've got a runner aboard here in the first. Good job of hitting that time by Mann. Went with a pitch and just kind of served it into left field. So 2 gone down for Carly Danielson. Danielson is the third baseman this afternoon for the Lady Bison. Couple of strikeouts to begin the ball game for Sydney Webb. Wind really blowing hard on a hot afternoon. Ground ball, base hit, left field. First pitch swinging there. Carly Danielson hit it so hard that Mann will stay at second base. So back-to-back 2-out singles now for Leedey. Runners at first and second. And the inning saves alive for Brooke Carmen. So as we mentioned, 2 quick strikeouts to begin ball game for Sydney. A little looping line drive base hit for Ryan Mann, but then that ball hit hard by Carly Danielson, and it'll put runners at first and second now. 2 gone. Webb's first pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Brooke Carmen. Say hi to Rafe Hall. He'll be here for the Duke games a little bit later on. Had a notion, taken for a strike, and a count now 0-2 on Brooke Carmen, who right now looks to be a little bit overmatched. So it's 0-2 on Carmen with 2 gone here in the first. Webb trying to get out of the inning. Goes high and outside the zone. Couldn't get her to chase. And the count now 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3. Webb will strike out this side. She gave up a couple of base hits, but left the runners stranded. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on board at the end of a half inning of play. It's Leedey nothing. Mangum coming to bat here on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
And welcome back to Mangum, and they have figured out some of the situations here. Katie has left the coolness of the concession stand to come up in the heat of the press box. And if you can figure out how to put that fan on us and keep the wind off of us, you'll be our hero. Keep the flies off of us. Yeah. Good luck on that deal. I've been messing with it all afternoon long. Then Katie had to turn down the radio as play-by-play was going on here inside the field house. And wow, that was confusing as all get out, wasn't it? All right, so here we go. Bottom half of inning number one. Mangum will send to the plate Kyra Hussey, Dusty Pence, and Haven Gilbert. Middle third of the lineup, Sarah Rogers, Sydney Webb, and Victoria Geralds. Then it'll be Maddie Lively, J.C. Nipper, and Nicole Rogers. So Hussey, Pence, Gilbert, Rogers, Webb, and Geralds, Lively, Nippert, and Rogers for Mangum. 12-0 on the year. The first pitch taken downstairs for a ball. The count is 1-0 on Kyra Hussey. Get this group from Leedey set for you defensively. And it's Ryan Mann on the mound. Brooke Carmen, her battery mate. There's a pitch inside for a ball. And the count on Hussey now, 2-0. Leedey, a top 10 team in Class B, as is Duke, which we'll be playing here a little bit later on. 2-0 pitch. Upstairs for ball 3, 3-0. Keesley Carmen is at first. Michaela Thompson at second. Carly Danielson is at third. And the shortstop is Kinsley Danielson. Hussey takes ball 4 out of the zone to begin the ball game. Kyra aboard to begin it. Caitlin Brewster in center. Shaylin Hahn is in right. Somewhere I lost my Leedey roster. Lovelace is in left field. There you go. Katie to the rescue again. Michaela Lovelace is the left fielder here. The same thing for Leedey. Here's a called strike. And a count 0-1 on Dusty Pence. Eric Castle in charge of the Lady Bison, dressed in their traditional green tops with the black bottoms. Upstairs, ball 1 to Pence. 1-1 on Dusty. You know, they had an entire section yesterday in the Oklahoman, which just frightened me, but an entire section dedicated to uniforms for both OU and OSU. 1-1 pitch here to Pence. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. But then again, I guess you could do that for the Mangum Lady Tigers because they've got more uniforms than, well, a Janet Jackson concert. Talk about some costume changes. 2-1 pitch. And on the pitch, Hussey will take second, stealing standing up. And Bill Ferguson's call was a little laconic, but he did say strike, and it's 2-2 now on Pence. Got a runner in scoring position. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Dusty will foul it off of both the catcher and Bill Ferguson, and it'll stay 2-2. Brooke Carmen got a little bit of glove on it, and it slowed down the force before it hit Ferguson. We've seen Bill take a pitch already this season that knocked his mask off, and if Carmen doesn't get a piece of it, I'm not so sure that one doesn't do it. Dusty looks at one upstairs for ball 3, 3-2. So the count has gone full to Pence, the shortstop, after Hussey, the center fielder, walked to begin the ball game for Mangum. Wind blowing hard to that left field corner. Payoff pitch on the way here, and Dusty, little looping pop-up over the second baseman's head. That will fall in safely. A seeing eye single for Pence. She's at first. Going to third on the play will be Hussey. Runners at the corners with nobody out in inning number 1 for Haven Gilbert. Michaela Thompson just kind of fooled by that ball, and wind making it dance, plus she's looking into the sun. Gilbert shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes for a ball, 1-0, taking second base on the play will be Dusty. She's now in scoring position with nobody out. Mangum 12-0 on the year. There's a pitch upstairs for a ball, and it's 2-0 now to Haven. Talked about the fact that Duke will be here a little bit later on, and then tomorrow, Mangum right back in the catbird seat. They'll play 2 against Cordell, a couple of district ball games. There's a fly ball towards right field, and it is caught. Nice play out and right, made by Shaylin Hahn. Shaylin Hahn makes the catch in right field, but a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Haven Gilbert, and she got it deep enough to score the first run of the ball game. Pence will wind up at third base. Well, not only is the wind an issue for Hahn out there at right, but she was looking right into the sunshine as well, but able to find the softball to make the catch. So 1 gone, 1 across. And the first pitch to Sarah Rogers. Katie, what was the call?
I'm not sure.
All right then. Pitch on the way to Rogers.
I'm hoping I'll find out here.
Pitch upstairs.
Say the first one must have been false.
2-0 now on Sarah, who missed a game last week but is now okay. 3 singles Friday night against Merritt. There's a shot in the left field. That'll be a base hit. Pence will jog home from third, and it's an RBI for Sarah Rogers. Boy, she hit that ball hard. And they talk about Giancarlo Stanton, who the ball in Major League Baseball comes off his bat harder than anybody else. I'd like to get a gun on that and see how hard that ball comes off the bat of Rogers. Sydney Webb now will step in. Webb a chance to help herself. Looks at a strike and it's 0-1. Sid the Kid gave up a couple of singles in the first, but struck out the side. It has been staked to a 2-0 lead. Swings through that off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2 on Sydney. Webb got tied up on that one. She's looking for something hard inside. Instead, got the floater. 0-2 pitch on the way to Webb. Popped up on the right or on the left side. That'll get fouled and out of play, and it'll say 0-2 on Sydney. So I know it's been a burning question for everybody. What are we naming the dog? And I guess the dog's name has wound up to be Wheezy. Sydney Webb wheezing a bit there. It's just a swing on that one, a miss. And Sid the Kid becomes the second out of the inning. Swing and a miss. 2 gone now for Victoria Geralds. And again, Webb just kind of fooled by the pitch. Using a writing utensil that has been borrowed from Katie Carney, and apparently she erases a lot of things because there ain't much there. Popped up on the infield. Nobody can find it. The ball will fall. Well, we talked about the sun giving all sorts of problems earlier to Michaela Thompson, and Thompson had no idea where that softball was. Got in the sun, and she never could find it. Good job by Sarah Rogers, hustling all the way. Winds up at third base on the infield single. And now here's Maddie Lively. Lively a chance to get a run home with 2 gone. Lively is what they call the flex player. EH, she's getting some cuts is what it boils down to. 0-1 pitch on the way to Lively. Maddie out in front. Off with the pitch is the runner, and gliding into second base will be Geralds. She's in scoring position with 2 gone. Count on Maddie, 0-2. She'll have to shorten up here, try to put something in play. 0-2 pitch. Off her fist, pop up on the infield, and again, all sorts of trouble with that win, but Kinsley Danielson will finally make the catch for the third out of the inning. But not before Mangum comes up with a pair of runs. 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and a couple of runners left on board. We've played 1. It's Mangum 2. And Leedey nothing. Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services, from fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
All right, we're back in Mangum as we get set for the top half of inning number 2. And due up for this group from Leedey, it'll be Keesley Carmen, Daly Danielson, and Shaylin Hahn. A couple of hits in that first inning for Leedey, but they also struck out 3 times. Couldn't get anything across the plate. Good of you to drop by and say hello on this windswept blast furnace of a Monday afternoon. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. We had that respite where we had like highs around 90. My goodness, people were dragging out their gloves and parkas and scarves and, fall is in the air. Off-speed pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. No, it's not. Maybe in the Adirondacks in upper New York, but it isn't here. 2-0 pitch, high and outside. It's 3-0 on Sydney. She'll go to the dirt and try to get some of that precipitation. The ball slipping out of her hand. You folks who join us on Facebook Live, and people drop by comments all the time. I don't ever see them. I don't have the ability to look at that, write numbers, talk, tie my shoes, and yeah. Conference now going to take place out of the circle with Richard Carney as Carmen walks to begin the second inning of play. And Richard, conversation, it's not exactly pleasant, I wouldn't think at this point. It's hot, it's windy. I gave you 2 runs. How about you throw strikes? Pretty accurate? Yeah. So a runner aboard here for Leedey at inning number 2. They've had 3 base runners in the ballgame. Daly Danielson, the extra hitter, will step in now for the Lady Bison. Runner at first. Pitch inside for a ball, and a count 1-0. And again, if you're a pitcher, you like the fact that the wind is somewhat blowing from one corner to the next. When it's right at your back, you hate it. There's a called strike, and a count now 1-1. Because the ball doesn't dance a whole lot. You get that crossways breeze or one that's in your face and makes you happy. 1-1 pitch. Off speed. Boy, that's a beauty there. And it's 1-2. Great job that time by Sydney to take something off of it, and completely perplexed was Danielson. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Comes back with the hard stuff outside. It's 2-2. We were talking a moment ago about exit velocity coming off of bats. Of course, they have toned things down when it comes to high school softball and baseball, where the bats are rated and can only come off the ball can only come off at a certain speed. Obviously, they don't do that in Major League Baseball. I think Giancarlo Stanton, something 120, 121 miles an hour off his bat. And we always talk about pitchers and how hard they throw. There's a pitch upstairs here, and the count full now on Danielson at 3-2. But if I'm standing at third base and I got a 120 mile an hour rocket coming at me, whew, ole! Payoff pitch here, ground ball, base hit left field, underneath the glove of Dusty Pence. Runners at first and second now, and nobody out. Third hit of the ball game for the Lady Bison. They had a couple of runners aboard in the first and couldn't plate anybody. But those 2 runners got there when there were 2 out. Nobody gone here in the second. So Shaylin Hahn, the right fielder, steps in. Hahn looks at one downstairs, and it's 1-0. 3 hits and a walk in the ball game so far for Leedey. Mangum on top, 2-0. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Late on that fastball. Better pitch there by Sydney Webb. And it's 1-1. Richard Carney asking for a ground ball double play. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Fouled and out of play on the right side. It's 1-2. Somewhere the lovely and talented Chad Fox was roaming around. I think maybe he has sought refuge in his vehicle. Got the AC going on. Listening to the program over the air. Classic Hits 97.7, home of Michael in the morning, 6 to 10, free plug. Pitch inside for a ball. The count now 2-2. Kinsey Danielson waiting in the on-deck circle, the 9th place hitter. Duke school bus has arrived. Lady Tigers playing next against Leedey. Pitch outside for a ball, and the count full at 3-2. So Keithley Carmen out at second base, walked on 4 pitches. Danielson ran the count full before she walked. And now the payoff pitch to Hahn, outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Pretty good pitch there by Webb, and Sidney looking for the call, but Bill Ferguson said it was outside, so still nobody out. Bases loaded. We play here in the second. And Kinsey Danielson steps in, the shortstop. Danielson fouls this one back to the screen, and it's 0-1. That victory Friday for Mangum. Moved over Merritt. Moved Mangum to 7-0 inside the district, Katie? Fly ball center field. Hussey coming on. Got there. Made a great play, Kyra Hussey. And now they double up the runner at second base. Oh, what a heads-up play there by Hussey and Dusty Pence. So Kinsey Danielson retired on a nice play out in center field by Kyra Hussey, and then the heads-up play to flip the softball and double up Daly Danielson, who had wandered too far away from the bag. So that's the rare 8-6 double play, and there are 2 gone. Runners at first and third now. Carmen is at third. Hahn is at first. And a swing and a miss here. Runs the count to 0-2 on Caitlin Brewster. Brewster struck out her first time around. Sydney Webb would like strikeout number 4 of the ball game right here. And she'll get it. Chasing in a bad pitch there was Brewster. She is gone. And a great job by Webb to get out of the inning. Leedey comes up empty in their half of the second. No runs. No 1 hit. There was a couple of walks and 2 runners left on board. After an inning and a half, Mangum leads it 2-0 on Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Numbers 8, 9, and 1 due up for Mangum in their half of inning number 2. That will be J.C. Nippert. Nicole Rogers back to the top, Kyra Hussey. And the first pitch to J.C. taken for a ball. 1-0 on Nippert. Bottom half of inning number 2. On a twin bill this afternoon and this evening for Mangum. Nippert with a bunt on the left side. It goes foul. And the count on J.C. is 1-1. Nippert still recovering from that broken left ankle she suffered back in the spring, and really rehabbed hard so she could get back and play fall softball for the Lady Tigers. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That's trouble if it stays fair, and it does, as Nippert will wind up at second base with a double. And the left fielder, Michaela Lovelace, I think she thought that ball was going to hook foul, but good job by Nippert to have it hold its line, and it stayed just fair down the left field line. So J.C. aboard to begin the ball game, or begin the second inning, and now Nicole Rogers will step in. Rogers tries to bunt, and good effort there by the catcher, Brooke Carmen, trying to get up ahead of steam to catch it in foul territory and just missed on it. 0-1 now on the ninth place hitter for Mangum, Nicole Rogers. Rogers has shown the ability to go the other way numerous times this season, and we mentioned that because she has got a nice little hole there on the right side. The second baseman, Michaela Thompson, leaning towards first base. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. Ryan Mann out of the zone that time. That's what she'll do. She'll show bunt, then come back and slap it on that right side. 1-1 pitch. This one's fouled on the third base line. And it's 1-2. Out at second base, J.C. Nippert. Nobody gone here. In inning number 2, Mangum and Leedey. A couple of non-district affairs, but again, top 10 teams in Class B and great competition for the Lady Tigers. Nippert going to roll this one towards short. Big hop to Danielson. She'll throw to first in time. And now Nippert going to get caught in a rundown between second and third. And JC now going to be tagged out. So Nippert becomes the second out of the inning. Her commitment to go to third was, well, it wasn't much of a commitment, and Richard having a conversation with her now. So that put out went 3 to 5 to 6. 2 gone now for Kyra Hussey. Hussey walked, stole a base, and scored the first run of the ball game an inning ago. Kyra looks at one downstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Hussey. Football coming up Friday night here on Classic Hits 97.7 as the Mangum Tigers will travel to Ringling to battle the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss. Hussey late on that one, and the count level at 1-1. We'll go in the air at about 6:30. First pitch will be, or the kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. 1-1 pitch. Hussey, fly ball left field, and that one is foul. Boy, I tell you what, she hit it a long way, but out in front. Richard telling her, just be a little patient. 1-2 now on the leadoff hitter for Mangum. Looks at one outside for a ball. 2-2 on Hussey. 2 gone here in the second. Kyra trying to keep the inning alive for Dusty Pence. 2-2 pitch. Down low for a ball. 3-2. Yeah, that's the pitch that Mann wants right there. She didn't want to run it full and give an opportunity to Hussey, but now Kyra's got it. See if she can tee off on one here. Payoff pitch on the way. Hussey, foul ball. Had a pretty good pitch and just got out in front of it a little bit. And it's still 3-2. Hey, the Mangum Star News has been serving Southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No, I wasn't alive then, but thank you for asking. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud to serve as ever online in your mailbox or at a store near you. Pop up into left center field, and that one will drop as giving chase was the center fielder, Caitlin Brewster, but she couldn't get there. I'm not so sure that Michaela Lovelace, the left fielder, had any idea where that softball was. Good hustle by Hussey to wind up at second base, give her a double, and now here is Dusty Pence. Pence, a single, stolen base, and a run scored. Chance to drive one home here with 2 gone in the second. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1 on Dusty. Mangum trying to move to 13-0 on the year. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. And it's 0-2 on Pence. So Pence now going to have to shorten up a little bit. We've been in all the games that they have played at home this year, with the exception of the season opener against Merritt. And, Katie, I don't think anybody's gotten one out of the park this year, have they? No. There's a little looping fly ball into left field. Lovelace is there to make the catch, and the inning will come to an end. Mangum comes up empty. They come up with no runs on a pair of hits. There were no errors, and a runner left on board. At the end of 2, it's 2-0 Mangum over Leedey on Classic Hits 97.7.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule.
Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
All right, we head on to the top half of inning number 3, and Mangum leads it 2-0. It'll be numbers 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Lady Bison. Michaela Thompson, Ryan Mann, and Carly Danielson. Thompson striking out her first time around. She's 0 for 1. Sydney with 4 strikeouts, 3 of those in the first frame. Pitch outside for a ball here. 1-0 on Thompson. 1-0 pitch on the way. Did she go around? Nope, 2-0. If we'd had an umpire down on the third baseline, I'd have asked for an appeal on that one. So Webb, 2-0 pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-0. And again, she'll go to the dirt to try to dry that hand. It is a steamy Monday afternoon. Promises to be the same tomorrow. 3-0 pitch. Outside for ball 4. And the leadoff runner aboard for Leedey here in the third. Third walk of the ballgame surrendered by Sydney Webb. Who's our fan down here?
Eli.
Hey, Eli, how you doing? Of course, those who listen to Michael in the morning know that we play like Eli's Coming by Three Dog Night. How about them apples, Bob? So a runner at first, nobody out. There's a little cue shot towards Gilbert at first. She'll step on the bag and get the first out of the inning. Going to second base, Thompson. So a little inside-out swing for Ryan Mann. She's now 1 for 2, rolling into the fielder's choice, 3 unassisted. Singled her first time around. 5 base runners in the ballgame. I think that's 6 in the ballgame for Leedey. Not able to plate anybody yet. Carly Danielson waves at that one, and it's 0-1 on Carly. Carly, a single her first time around, was stranded at first base. 0-1 pitch. Off speed, and boy, I tell you what, Danielson had loaded up for the fastball and then watched the floater go by. So it's 0-2 on Carly. Runner out at second base for Leedey. 1 going here in the third. Strike 3, called. And good job by Webb that time to make quick work of Carly Danielson. That'll be the 5th strikeout of the ballgame now for Sid the Kid, and her second of the backwards K variety. So 2 gone now. Thompson still out at second. Ground ball. Gilbert knocks it down. Rogers picks, flips, and got it. How about that play by Sarah Rogers to get behind the bag? Gilbert knocked the ball down. Rogers picked it up and flipped it right back to her. So that is the old-fashioned 3-4-3 put-out over at first base. Nothing doing for Leedey in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on board. And after 2.5, Mangum leads it 2-0. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Good of you to be a part of our broadcast on Classic Hits 97.7, also on oksports.tv and on our Facebook page. Go to Facebook and search Classic Hits 977, and you've got us. All right, it's the bottom half of inning number 3. Haven Gilbert, Sarah Rogers, and Sydney Webb due up. And the first pitch to Haven. Downstairs for a ball. 1-0. Gilbert, no official at bat. She got an RBI her first time around. And a sacrifice fly that drove home Dusty Pence with the second run of the contest. 1-0 pitch on the way to Gilbert. Late on that one, and it's 1-1. Gilbert and Rogers, who waits in the on-deck circle, part of a bang-bang play to end that top half of the third inning. Ball cued off the end of the bat, and Haven knocked it down but couldn't control it. Sarah Rogers running towards first all the way, picked up the ball and then flipped it to Gilbert for the force play. A little pop-up on the infield, and a better job that time of tracking it down by Kinsley Danielson for out number 1. But anytime the ball goes in the air, it will be dancing bear time. Because of the wind and the sun. So here's Sarah Rogers, a single her first time around. Takes for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Sarah. Drove in a run as well. Led Zeppelin kind of afternoon. They came from the land of the ice and snow with a cold strike 2, and it's 0-2 on Rogers. And she says, I can't believe Barnes is up there quoting Led Zeppelin, and I more can't believe that's strike 2. 0-2 pitch on the way. Sarah just flips her bat out there. It's going to wind up with a base hit as it rolls into shallow right field, and that's Rod Carew hitting at its finest. Carew, who Hall of Fame hitter for the Minnesota Twins and then California Angels, used to say, hit them where they ain't. He was a left-handed batter. Many times he would throw his bat at the ball and come up with a base hit, and that's exactly what Rogers did there. So that'll bring Sydney Webb to the plate. Webb 0 for 1, struck out her first time around. Sydney takes a pitch for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 offering on the way. Webb, line shot towards center. Brewster is there to make the catch for out number 2. So Sydney hit it on the button, but right at the center fielder for the second out of the inning. 2 gone now for Victoria Geralds. Geralds, a single her first time around, was stranded out at second base. Rogers over at first with 2 gone. First pitch on the way. Geralds misses that one badly. And out at second base on the stolen base attempt will be Sarah Rogers, and that was a case of the ball beating the runner because the tag wasn't there. So Rogers retired on the caught stealing. 2-6, and the inning will come to an end. Mangum comes up half empty in their half of the frame. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on board. The caught stealing took care of that. We've played 3, 2-0. Mangum on top. Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum Spirit Shop. 1 block, Mangum, Oklahoma.
All right, here we go. The fourth. And the first pitch to Keesley Carmen is taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Keesley. She walked her first time around, was left stranded. 2-0, Mangum on top. This group from Leedey has had base runners. 5 in the ball game through 3 frames, but haven't been able to score anybody yet. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball fair down the third base line. Richard can't believe the call, and got to be honest with you, Keesley Carmen couldn't believe it either. I mean, she just got to stand it halfway between home and first base. Thank you, sir. I'll have another. Wow. So Daly Danielson now will hit with a runner at first base and nobody out. Danielson singled her first time around and then got doubled up on a nice play out in center field by Kyra Hussey. 0-1 now on Danielson. Looks upstairs, and the extra player has the count go level at 1-1. Well, if the ball goes over any part of the bag, it is a fair ball, but there's a ground ball underneath the glove of Gerald's in the left field. No doubt about that one. That's a solid single for Daly Danielson. Runners at first and second, nobody out. So again, Mangum and Sydney Webb doing their Molly Hatchet impersonation, flirting with disaster. More base runners out there. Nobody has scored yet. Ground ball to short. Pence bobbles, recovers, flips to Rogers. Not in time, but everybody going to be safe, waiting for the call. And the bases will be loaded now. Shaylin Hahn on base, courtesy of the error, the first of the ball game. So Hahn's at first, Danielson at second, Carmen at third. Well, Pence was thinking double play, and Dusty took her eye off the ball. It rolled up her glove, and she flipped to Rogers, but not in time. And everybody's safe. So here's Kinsey Danielson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Inning number 4. 8 base runners already in the ball game for Leedey. First pitch on the way here, inside, and it's 1-0. Richard, a rather spirited conversation with his club, and then the first pitch after that conversation, a ball that did not please him at all. And now there's ball 2. You know, obviously no place to put Danielson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here in inning number 4. There's a cold strike. And the count 2-1. Sid the Kid's got 5 Ks on the afternoon. Looking for number 6 right here. Struck out the side in the first and got 1 in the second and third. It's outside for a ball. And again, she'll go to the dirt to dry off the hand. The count now 3-1 on Danielson. A couple of singles and an error in the inning has loaded the bases. Leedey trying to get their first run of the ballgame. 3-1 pitch. A late cold strike and a count full 3-2. Folks from Leedey not pleased with that call. Payoff pitch on the way here. Little looping line drive on the infield. Rogers will flip it to Pence for 1. Throws to first, not in time, and a run will score on the play. So Kinsley Carmen will come in and score the first run of the ballgame for Leedey. Kinsley Danielson reaches on a fielder's choice. She's at first. Hahn retired on the 6-4 play. And back to the top we go. And Caitlin Brewster 0 for 2. She struck out twice. It's a nice play by Rogers. That ball spinning away from her. Had to gather, turn, and hit Pence in stride at second base. Little slap towards Pence at short. Throws to first, not nearly in time. Coming home from third base to tie the ball game will be Daly Danielson. So an infield single for Brewster, and Richard really not happy that time with his shortstop. She had a play in front of her. Should have gone home with the ball. Left-handed slap hit her halfway down the line by the time Dusty had gotten it in her glove. Michaela Thompson looks at the ball, 1-0. Thompson 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. We're tied at 2. Cold strike on the outer half. And it's 1-1. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out here in the 4th. Leedey battled back to tie it up. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Boy, I tell you what, badly fooled there was Thompson. That pitch a foot outside, and she's waving at it from the left side of the batter's box. Count 1-2 now on the second baseman. Sydney comes with some heat, and it's foul 1-2. That ball headed towards Richard's way, and I like how Chad Hussey ducked behind Richard when that ball was in the air. 1-2 pitch. Ooh, that was a strike a moment ago, but now it's a ball. So 2-2 on Thompson. Wind beginning to push more towards center field than it has most of the afternoon. 2-2 pitch, ground ball back to Webb. Sidney looks to third, to first, and not in time to get anybody, and the bases are loaded. It's just situational softball right there, and Mangum just not in the ballgame. Richard, yeah, rightfully so, yelling at the infielders, hey, you got to tell your pitcher where to go with the ball. Webb looked at third, couldn't make a play there. By the time she turned to go to first, there was no way she's going to make a play there. Now you face the fourth place hitter, Ryan Mann, who is 1 for 2. She fouls this one down the right side, now to play. Mann singled her first time around and then rolled out 3 unassisted to begin the third. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Called strike 2, and it's 1-2 on Ryan Mann. Mann, the pitcher for Leedey, a chance to help herself here in inning number 4. You know, Lady Tigers needing a test like this, but here's the 0-2 pitch out of the zone. Webb couldn't get her to chase, and it's 1-2. Richard, not liking his club beating themselves right now. They're just some errors that are showing up in the book, and then mental errors that are not. A little bit outside for ball 2, 2-2. When we talk about errors, they're not just confined to the defensive side of things. There's been a couple of base running mistakes made by the Lady Tigers as well. 2-2 pitch on the way from Webb. Line shot, 1 hop, pinch. She'll flip to Rogers for 1. That's all they're going to get, and Leedey leads for the first time this afternoon as Kinsey Danielson will come home and score the 3rd run of the inning for the Lady Bison. Thompson is forced at second base, 6-4. Advancing to third, Brewster on the fielder's choice, and an RBI for Ryan Mann. So 2 gone for Carly Danielson. She singled and struck out, way out in front of this one. 0-1 on Danielson. And it's the bottom part of the order that has done the damage as well for Leedey. Which is frustrating to Richard, to say the least. 1-1 here. Talked about it. They had put 5 runners aboard during the first 3 frames. It didn't score anybody. And then loaded the bases here with nobody out. And giving up 3 runs so far. Danielson takes upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 on Carly. Leedey and Duke coming up next. And then we'll come back on the air at about 7:30 or so as Duke and Mangum will play. There's a fly ball to center field. Hussey on her horse, not going to get there. That one's off the fence. 1 run will score. They are going to wave Thompson. Here she comes. Throw in behind the runner. Now caught in a rundown is Danielson. And she is tagged out at second base. But Carly Danielson driving in a couple of runs with that RBI that banged off the bottom of the fence in left center field. And Leedey has added to their lead. Lady Tigers find themselves on top here. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And it is now a 4-2 ball game, 5-2 ball game as we go to the bottom half of inning number 4.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy. So they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
5 runs on 5 hits. There was an error and a runner. Nobody left on board. And then 4th inning of play is Leedey now on top. Victoria Geralds will step in. Geralds was at the plate when Sarah Rogers got thrown out to end the inning, trying to steal second base. Little ground ball towards third. Oh, that eats up Danielson. And Victoria Geralds will lead off the inning by getting on board E5. As Geralds is at first base now for Maddie Lively. Lively, 0 for 1. She popped a short her first time around. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. You look at the schedule and say, okay, well, they're playing two Class B teams. No, didn't work that way. These are two good B teams. Real good teams. Lively out in front of this one. 0-2 now on Maddie. The designated player here this afternoon, Richard telling us today, I got to get some ABs for the kiddo. So the count 0-2. Here's the pitch out of the zone. 1-2. Gerald's pretty good lead over at first base, but again, you're down by 3, and you've already run yourself out of a couple of situations. Got to be judicious here. Lively goes upstairs, tries to catch it with a fastball, can't get it done. Maddie going strikes for out number 1. That'll bring J.C. Nippert to the plate. Nippert doubled and then got caught in a rundown. Her first time around, she's 1 for 1. So the pitch outside here, 1-0 on Nippert. 1-0 offering on the way, off-speed pitch. It'll be foul behind the dugout here on the near side. And the count now 1-1. The shadows beginning to lengthen on a 100-degree plus day. Another one tomorrow, mid-90s by Wednesday. And maybe some thunderstorms late tomorrow night. Bunt by Nippert. Pretty good one out in front of home plate. Man throws to first, and they called her out. Bang, bang play over there. J.C. Nippert retired. 1-3 for scoring along at home, and there are 2 going. Geralds took second on the play. So Nicole Rogers now, chance to drive home a run with 2 gone in the 4th. She rolled to short her first time around. Takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Mangum with 2 in the first. Leedey countering with 5 of their own in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. Rogers over the top of that one, and it's 1-1 on Nicole. You get the idea that this is a little bit of a soft, not soft, but a little bit of a worn-out club. Well, ground ball towards third. Danielson bobbles, and everybody going to be safe. And now a throw into third base. Rolls down the left field line, and scoring will be Victoria Gerald. So tough inning there for the third baseman from Leedey, as that's her second error in the frame. Scoring is Gerald's from third base. Rogers will take second. Mangum able to turn the inning over and get to Kyra Hussey, who's been on board twice. She's walked, stole a base, and scored. Also has a double. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. And her double was a ball that just got caught up in no man's land. And hustling all the way, Kyra easily makes her way to second base. 0-1 pitch out in front of that one. And it's 0-2 on Hussey. So Mangum has scratched one back here in the 4th. Hussey would like to get another one home right now. Down on the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Thompson will set, flip, and throw for out number 3. And the inning will come to a close. But Mangum does get a run in the frame. 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors and a runner left on board. We've played 4. It's Leedey 5, Mangum 3. Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Brooke Carmen leading it on for Leedey in their half with a fifth. They lead it now 5-3, and Carmen late on that one, 0-1. Oh, Josie, how are you? Thank you, kiddo. Anytime you want to push a cold bottle of water in my face, feel free to do so. Especially on a day like this. My goodness. Don't mind if I do. 0-1 offering on the way here. Line shot Pence right there to make the catch for out number one. Good positioning there by Dusty. Ball hit hard by Carmen. She is now 0 for 4 in the 0 for 3 in the ball game. So one gone for Keesley Carmen. Carmen been on board twice, walked in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. First pitch on the way, ground ball foul. It's 0-1 on Carmen. Worth noting the lovely and talented Chad Fox. My lineup finder today. No idea where the Mills kid is. He's hiding. Foul out of play on the right side, and it's 0-2. Mangum beginning their first full week of school today. She may be recovering. I was going to say, the teachers are. There's a ground ball towards Dusty. A little short hop for Pence, but she'll fire to first in time for out number 2. Ball took a odd hop on Dusty at the end, but she stayed right with it. And 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth for Leedey. Daly Danielson. Daly a couple of hits, a double Daly if you will. Singles in the second and fourth and a run scored, and she'll hit this one foul. Down the left field line, it's 0-1 on Danielson. I would love to run across somebody who was actually in Kansas City yesterday at Kauffman Stadium. It was Oklahoma City Thunder Day yesterday. As Cleveland and Kansas City played, the Indians drubbed my Royals, but great looking hat that they were handing out. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-1 on Danielson. Sydney hadn't had a 1-2-3 inning yet. Boy, she'd love one right now. 2 gone in the fifth. Danielson rolls it to Pence. Dusty, plenty of time here for out number 3. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Sydney Webb and the Mangum Lady Tigers on the defensive side of things. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Leedey on top by a score of 5-3. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services, from fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, go Tigers.
Well, the top half of the fifth inning was all Dusty Pence defensively. Caught a line drive and had a couple of putouts on ground balls. Now, as fate would have it, she'll lead things off here in inning number 5. Her club down by a pair, 5-3. Dusty on the afternoon is 1 for 2. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. She singled, stole a base, and scored in the first, and then flying to left to end the second. Down in the count 0-1. Had a notion, laid off that one. It's level at 1-1. Pence, Gilbert, and Rogers, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Mangum here in their half of inning number 5. And again, they trail by a pair, 5-3. Dusty looks at one outside for a ball, and the count now 2-1. Ryan Mann really wanted that pitch. Hitter's count here for Pence. Let's see what she can do. 2-1 offering on the way. Inside for a ball. 3-1 now on the shortstop from Mangum. Last night I was trolling Facebook. I have no idea why, other than the fact that I could not sleep. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Ball 4, runner aboard. Pence, the leadoff runner on. And apparently yesterday, it was 2 years ago yesterday, although I would think it would be 2 years ago today. Anyhow, you might remember the incident that took place at Arlington. Rogden Odor and Jose Bautista. And Odor hitting Bautista on the button. Gilbert looks at a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. But give Bautista credit, he did not go down. Took a punch that knocked his sunglasses and his helmet off. 1-0 pitch on the way to Gilbert, and Haley out in front of that one. That'll be foul and out of play. The count on the first baseman is 1-1. Haley hit a sacrifice flyer first time around and popped it short. She's 0 for 1 with the RBI. It would be nice if Toronto and Texas were relevant again in Major League Baseball. Same thing with Kansas City. It may be a while. Gilbert back to the screen. And the count on Haven is 1-2. I made the mistake of looking at the standings today. And Kansas City, and this is the 27th day of August, they have only won 40 baseball games. That is horrible. 1-2 pitch. High fly ball left field. Giving chase is the left fielder. She'll drop the ball. Michaela Lovelace had it and couldn't hold on to it. Heads up running by Dusty Pence will wind up at third. Gilbert at second on the E7. Let's get the idea that maybe Lovelace overran that one. Jeremy Nieto, part of the coaching brain trust there at Duke, our longtime friend. Good to see him. Because last time Jeremy was at Duke in a coaching capacity prior to this year, he was with the cement basketball team. There's a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Sarah Rogers. Rogers 2 for 2. She's got an RBI and a couple of singles. He had a kid in his lineup that scored 47 points. Ground ball towards short. Danielson going to come home. Pence slides safe. Ball pops out of the glove of Brooke Carmen. And it's a 5-4 ball game. Aggressive base running by Dusty Pence. It's the old adage, you don't make the first out or the last out of an inning at home plate. Pence didn't, but as a catcher, didn't hold on to the softball. It's a fielder's choice, by the way, for Rogers. No RBI. Gilbert out at second base. And now over here at first base, Sarah, nobody gone in inning number 5. And Sydney Webb can really help herself right now. She is 0 for 2. She has struck out and lined out to center. Looks at one low here. 1-0 now on the pitcher. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. And the count now 2-0 on Sydney Webb. Deanne saying that she liked the sparkling play. Apparently she's watching on OKSports.tv. Pitch upstairs for a ball. And the count now 3-0 on Sydney Webb. Talked about it before. Used to be able to occasionally when we didn't think fast enough, we could make something up. And you didn't know. It was theater of the mind. Fly ball, center field. Brewster camps underneath it, makes the catch. It's not nearly deep enough to allow the runners to advance. So 2 gone now. Check that. That's the first out of the inning, isn't it? Yeah. 1 gone here for Victoria Geralds. Geralds has singled, reached on an error, and scored. So 1 gone. Runners at first and second. Mangum down by a run here as we play in inning number 5. And the first pitch on the way to Victoria. Outside for ball, 1-0. Geralds showing bunt, pulls the bat back, and lifts one high on the infield. Battling the sun is Thompson, but coming in to make the catch from shortstop will be Danielson instead for out number 2. And again, the wind blowing from first base to third base. When that ball came off the bat of Victoria Geralds, it looked like it was going to be a play for Michaela Thompson, the second baseman. She looked up into the sun and had a deer in the headlight look. So taking over as shortstop stew was Danielson. So a pinch hitter here with 2 gone in the 5th. Downstairs for a ball. And Katie, who do we have at home plate?
Kayla Reese.
So, the flex player, Kayla Reese, who is playing right field, will bat for the first time this afternoon. Takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Lively in her 2 plate appearances. Popped to short and struck out. She was 0 for 2. Mangum trying to tie things up in the 5th. They're down by 1. Outside for a ball. 2-1 now on Reese. Popped up on the infield, calling for it his man, and the pitcher will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But Mangum will get 1 back here in the 5th. And come up with 1 run on no hits. There was an error, and a couple of runners left on board. At the end of 5, it's Leedey 5, Mangum 4. This is Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are 1 town, 1 school, and 1 family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
Shaylin Hahn swings and misses. That'll level the count at 1-1. The right fielder this afternoon has been on board twice. She has walked and reached on an error. Hahn batting here into the 6th with her glove up 5-4. Count on Hahn now 2-1. Katie says 2-2. What's Ferguson say? Ground ball back through the middle, tipped off the glove first of the pitcher, and then the shortstop. And that'll be a single to center field for Shaylin Hahn, on for the 3rd time this afternoon. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Sydney Webb got a piece of it. It redirected it enough that Dusty Pence couldn't get a full glove on it either. And into center field, here's a bunt. He only played at first base. Good job by Webb. Covering at second is Rogers for the first out of the inning. Hahn advances to second on the fielder's choice. That is 1-4 if you're scoring along at home, or if you're like Keith Oberman and you're by yourself. Back to the top we go. Here's Caitlin Brewster. Brewster 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts, a single and a run scored. This one is nubbed down the third base line. That's a fair ball, and now it gets away. down the line. Oh, they've got all sorts of problems here. Oh, my. Oh, my. And after all is said and done, that's a foul ball. That's the call, anyhow. Wow. So the count 0-1, and the runner is still at second base. And, boy, again, reaching way out of the zone, Caitlin Brewster. 0-2 on Brewster. As we mentioned, Brewster striking out in the first and second innings, singling and scoring in the fourth. Looked like she had a single there, too. Takes one outside for a ball. And the count 1-2. And the only thing I can say is maybe it hit off her foot as it came off the bat. Maybe. I'm trying. 1-2 offering here. Nub foul. Back this way. Mike Geralds was there to make the play, but his wife swatted it away from his face so he didn't get hurt. Runner at second. We're in the sixth. It's a 5-4 ball game. Leedey in front of Mangum. Leedey Tigers trying to stay undefeated. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down nicely by Rogers. And the count now even at 2-2. Sydney, been a minute since she had a strikeout, and would love to find one right now. A little looping line drive to Pence at short. She'll fake the throw to first, and that's a great play. And she'll tag Hahn out as Hahn goes by. So that's 6 unassisted on the fielder's choice. Brewster aboard. 2 gone now for Michaela Thompson. Heads up play there by Dusty Pence. Both teams have ran themselves out of some opportunities here this afternoon. Thompson looks at one downstairs for a ball. 1-0. Michaela struck out, walked, and singled. 1 for 2. Outside for a ball, 2-0. We talk about Webber's strikeouts, 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 more in the third, and that is the last one she has recorded. Pitch on the way. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. Not in time. Safe. Brewster at second base with the stolen base. The count is 3-0 on Michaela Thompson. Richard looking for a strike here. And he'll get it. 3-1 now on the second baseman. 2 gone in the sixth. Mangum down by a run, and Sid the Kid trying to keep it that way. There's a called strike, and it's now 3-2. So a runner at second, 2 gone in the sixth. And the payoff pitch on the way here. Slap towards Gerald's. Victoria, high throw. Off the bag comes Gilbert, but a nice tag by Haven as the runner went by, and the inning will come to an end. So Leedey comes up empty. Lots of noise in the frame, but nothing doing. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on board. We've played 5.5. It's Leedey 5, Mangum 4, and this is Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Mangum Lady Tigers trying to scratch and claw their way back into this one. They scored a pair of runs in the top of the first inning. Leedey countered with 5 of their own in the fourth. Mangum 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and down as we go to the sixth inning of play. It'll be J.C. Nippert, Nicole Rogers, and Kyra Hussey. Numbers 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Lady Tigers here against the Lady Bison of Leedey. And Ryan Mann, who has really settled in nicely here after that rough first inning of play. So Nippert leads it off. She'll show bunt, pull the bat back, and take it for a ball. And the count on JC is 1-0. Nippert doubled her first time around, grounded out. She's 1 for 2. 1-0 pitch on the way to Nippert. Little fly ball, shallow left field. And there is Lovelace to make the catch for round number 1. The ball carrying out the left field. It looked like it was going to be a little looper into shallow left, but the breeze, as we mentioned, blowing towards that left field corner. So 1 gone now for Nicole Rogers. Nicole 0 for 2. She is grounded out and reached on an error. Takes a ball here. 1-0 on the catcher. Top of the order, and Kyra Hussey waits in the on-deck circle. Mangum trying to get back to even here. There's a base hit into left field. Good piece of hitting by Nicole Rogers. Threw her hands out at that one, and a solid single to left. 1 on with 1 out here in inning number 6 for Kyra Hussey. Hussey, 1 for 2. She walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. Doubled and was left stranded in the second. And grounded out to end inning number 4. Richard going to have an extended conversation with her. Nicole Rogers doing a little swim move there. She thought she was supposed to be in the middle of it and had to put on the Fred Flintstone brakes and turn and retreat. So here's Hussey. First pitch to Kyra, swing and a miss. Boy, Kyra looking to go downtown there. Healthy cut by Hussey. 1 now on the center fielder for Mangum. 0-1 pitch. High and outside for a ball. Count level at 1-1. Leedey and Duke after this one. And then 7:30, 8 o'clock, we'll have Duke and Mangum in the nightcap. Little bunt out in front of home plate by Hussey. Only play going to be to first. Boy, I tell you what, Hussey got there in a hurry. And now look out as they will throw behind Rogers. Nearly got Nicole leaning the wrong way. Got in underneath the tag. A heads-up play there by Leedey defensively. 2 gone now for Dusty Pence. And again, what Richard would describe as sloppy play by his Lady Tigers. Here's Dusty Pence. Pence has scored a couple of runs. She's walked, singled, and flied out. 1 for 2. Out at second base, Nicole Rogers runs extremely well. 1-0 count on Pence. 2 gone in the 6th, and Mangum down by a run. Pitch on the way from Mann. Dusty looks downstairs for a ball, and it's 2-0. Haven Gilbert waiting in the on-deck circle. Lady Tigers trying to square it here in the 6th. Pitch to Pence. Dusty back behind the screen. And the count 2-1. Pence had a pretty good pitch there and let it get in on her hands, as Richard is describing to her. Get that ball out front. 2-1 now on the shortstop. Takes upstairs for ball 3. 3-1. Like Haven Gilbert, as I mentioned, sitting in the on-deck circle, and she's looking for a breakout hit. And frothing at the mouth, hoping for one here. Pitch downstairs, and she's going to get the opportunity. Ball 4 delivered to Dusty. She's at first. Nicole Rogers still out at second, and here is Haven Gilbert. Gilbert, sacrifice fly into first, popped out into third, and reached on an error in the 5th. She is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Gilbert, little looping line drive to right field, but again, there to make the play, Shaylin Hahn battling that wind and that sun, and Mangum will come up empty in their half of inning number 6. No runs, there was a hit, no errors, and a couple of runners left on board. We've played 6 And it's 5-4, Leedey over Mangum. Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
All right, here we go. It's the heart of the order due up now for Leedey in their half of inning number 7. Up by a run, 5-4. They'll run up there. Ryan Mann, Carly Danielson, and Brooke Carmen, numbers 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. Mann on the ball game has singled, reached on a fielder's choice, got an RBI and a run scored. She's also rolled out 3 unassisted, so 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Looks at the pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Sydney Webb, 1-2-3 inning. That was in the 5th. Needs something like that here in inning number 7. 1-0 pitch to Mann, off speed, and it's a cold strike, 1-1.
Here comes the softball, if you can hit it.
1-1 pitch on the way. Downstairs, 2-1. Shadows lengthening here in Mangum as shadow from the overhang behind home plate now just creeping along the third base line. Sydney Webb in a bit of a shadow in the circle herself. That one's back to the screen. 0-2, or rather 2-2 now on Ryan Mann. Well, Webb hadn't had a strikeout since inning number 3 and would love to record her 6th of the ball game right now. Struck out the side in the first, got 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and nothing since. 2-2 pitch here, and she hit her. Wow. So the leadoff runner aboard for Leedey again. And they have had a bushel basket full of base runners here this afternoon. 9, and they've scored 5 times. So here's Carly Danielson. Danielson looks at one upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Carly. Duke and Leedey coming up next. And then Mangum will come back and play Duke to wrap up the 3-way here this afternoon, this evening in Mangum. That one's cued off the end of the bat, foul. And it's 1-1 on Carly Danielson. Danielson, a couple of base hits in the ball game. She has singled, doubled, drove home 2, and struck out looking in the 3rd. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Sydney held on that one too long. They'll throw down to first. Not in time. Mann not straying too far away from the bag. 2-1 now on Carly Danielson. Play here in the 7th. There's a foul out of play behind home plate. And the count now at 2-2 on Carly Danielson. So again, Webb an opportunity to pick up a strikeout here. 2-2 pitch on the way from Sydney to Carly Danielson. Bounces out in front of home plate. Gets away from Nicole Rogers. And advancing on the wild pitch will be Ryan Mann. She's in scoring position with nobody out. Carly Danielson an opportunity to drive home her 3rd run of the ball game. What happened there with Webb? It looked like maybe held on to the ball a little bit too long. Called strike, ball dropped by Rogers, but she'll throw down to first, and on the play, Ryan Mann will wind up at 3rd. So the strikeout recorded. Brooke Carmen now will step in with a runner 60 feet away at third base. First pitch on the way, outside for a ball to Carmen, and the count 1-0. Brooke has struck out, lined out, and rolled into a fielder's choice. That was 3-4-3. Dandy play by the Mangum defense. Now a throw behind, and they said it hit her in the behind. Wow. So runners at the corners now for Leedey, and both hit by pitch. So Keesley Carmen now will step in. She has walked, singled, scored, and grounded out. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Be interesting to see what they do with Brooke Carmen over at first base. See if they send her and try to bring home that run from third base on a throw. Carmen get a bunt out in front of home plate, fielded by, oh, what a play there by Sydney Webb. Boy, Webb looked like a quarterback going through her progressions there. Looked home and then fired it over to first base in time for the out. What a play there. Look the runner back. Brooke Carmen goes to second base. Keesley Carmen, the second out of the inning. Runners at second and third now for Daly Danielson. Will take a strike and it's 0-1. Couple of singles in the ball game for Danielson and a run scored. She's also grounded out. Go back to that play by Webb. Fields the ball, looks the runner back to third, looks at home, and then fires to first to get the out. Looked like Tom Brady going through his before finding Gronk over the middle. 1-1 count on Danielson. Webb, again, holds onto the ball too long. That sails high. 2-1 on Danielson. Nicole Rogers is going to go out and have a conversation with her pitcher. Sydney battled all day long the sweat. Hot day. And she has numerous times gone to the dirt trying to dry that hand off. Excuse me, ma'am, your hair's in the way.
Yeah, no joke.
2-1 pitch. Good pitch there as Danielson waves and misses. 2-2. So Webb, who danced around danger in the first 3 innings, trying to do here in the 7th and keep it a 1-run ball game. Upstairs for a ball, and the count now full 3-2. Danielson going to first base, but she'll have to retrace her steps. That was a 2-2 pitch. Well, you see what you can get away with. Meantime, Webb and company thought they had strike number 3 there. Payoff pitch to Daly. It is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So here's Shaylin Hahn, who has gotten it done defensively, and she has been a thorn in the side on the offensive end as well. Walked in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 4th, and singled an inning ago. Waves at this one, and it's 0-1. Sydney that time pulling the string on a pitch. Little Harlem Globetrotter. Whoop, come on back. Runners at second and third, 2 gone. We play in the 7th. Mangum trying to keep it a 1-run ball game. High and outside for a ball. It's 1-1. And actually, the bases are loaded. I might have said they were at second and third, but they are loaded here in the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play on the right side. And it's 1-2. But again, you're working against the 8th place hitter. And you don't want that bottom third of the lineup to beat you. So the count 1-2 now on Hahn. And again, she'll foul it on the right side. It'll stay 1-2. Full week of sports this week on Classic Hits 97.7. 2 more softball games tomorrow night against Cordell. They're district affairs. And then football Friday night at Ringling. 1-2 pitch here. Line shot, base hit, left field. 1 run will score. They're going to wave home the other one. Here comes the throw from Pence in time. What a great relay that time from J.C. Nippert to Dusty Pence for the 3rd out of the inning as they'll gun down Brooke Carmen at home plate. But Not before Leedey comes up with one more run. Lady Bison 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. 2 hit by pitch. And a couple of runners left on board. We played 6.5. The lead 2 for the Lady Bison. 6-4. Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop. 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Mangum trailing 6-4, and the Lady Tigers will send to home plate Sarah Rogers, Sydney Webb, and Victoria Geralds. And gave up a run there in the 7th to make it a 2-run contest. Rogers, high fly ball, center field. Brewster going back, still going back, and this one is gone! Sarah Rogers! The solo home run to begin the 7th inning and make it a 6-5 ball game. So that is the first home run at home all season long for the Mangum Lady Tigers. Well, we talked about the wind when we began the broadcast. It was blowing more from right to left, pole to pole, but now blowing more towards left center field, and Sarah hit that one on the button and got it out of here. 6-5 ball game. Sydney Webb looks downstairs to the ball, 1-0 on Sydney. Webb 0 for 3. She has struck out, lined to center, and popped to center. And the count here, 2-0. So Mangum trying to get off the collective deck and keep that undefeated record intact. Down by 1 in the 7th. Webb with the power to get it out of here. 2-0 pitch. Called strike, and it's 2-1 on Sydney. Taking all the way there. That's a pretty good pitch that normally Webb turns on. 2-1 offering from Mann. Downstairs for a ball. 3-1 now on Sydney. So Ryan Mann here in the 7th inning has given up a home run and run the count 3-1 now on Sydney Webb. Here's the pitch. Line drive into left field. That is off the wall. Webb rounding first. She'll head to second. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And Sydney Webb at second base with nobody out. Potential tying run in Webb. Now Victoria Geralds will step in. Geralds on the afternoon has singled, reached on an error, and popped out to second base. So Mangum refusing to go quietly into the afternoon. Down by a run in the 7th. Geralds showing bunt, pulls the bat back, slaps it towards right field. That's a base hit. Hahn will pick up the baseball. Here comes the runner. Safe at home, and we're tied at 6. How about that? So Victoria Geralds, and we have seen her do that so many times the last couple of seasons, showing bunt early in the sequence, pulling the bat back and just rolling it into right field. RBI single, and now she represents the potential winning run. Kayla Reese tries to bunt. She's down in the count 0-1. Kayla popped out to the pitcher her first time around. Michaela, the flex player, Maddie Lively hitting her place the first 2 at-bats and unable to reach, so the position 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Reese didn't mean to do it, popped it up on the infield. Catcher, nice play by Brooke Carmen to find that one in foul territory to make the catch for out number 1. Look down at Keesley Carmen, and Carmen at first base had no idea where that softball was. But Brooke Carmen, the sun at her back, able to find it for the first out of the inning. Here's J.C. Nippert, lays down a bunt. Nippert throw down to first base in time. Now they'll throw behind the runner. And diving back in safely, Victoria Geralds. So Nippert, the second out of the inning. And Nicole Rogers now, the ninth place hitter, has had a good afternoon. She has been on board twice, grounded out in the second, raced on an error in the fourth, and singled back in the sixth. First pitch swinging here. That's problems. That ball drops between the second baseman and the right fielder. They'll throw home, but not in time. Safe is Victoria Geralds. And how about the Mangum Leedey Tigers getting off the collective deck here in the seventh inning and coming back and winning their 13th ball game of the year. Mangum with 3 runs in the seventh. 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors. Nobody left on board. Mangum wins it by a final score of 7-6, and we're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Well, quite the inning there for the Mangum Leedey Tigers. It was Rogers in the beginning and Rogers at the end. Mangum, as we mentioned, scoring 3 runs in the seventh to win it by a final score of 7-6. Sarah Rogers started off the inning with a home run to left center field. Sydney Webb a double. Victoria Geralds drove her home. And then Nicole Rogers with the RBI 2-out single in the bottom of the seventh inning. Mangum wins it in walk-off fashion, 7-6.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Lewis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Well, Mangum Tigers by the hair of their chinny chin, staying undefeated. 7 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Lady Tigers. And for the Lady Bison of Leedey, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. Mangum now undefeated at 13-0. But again, had to score 3 times in the bottom of the 7th inning to get it done. Game-winning run coming with 2 outs in the bottom half of the frame. The victory goes to Sid the Kid, Sydney Webb. All right, Leedey going to turn right around and play the Duke Lady Tigers in a bowl game. We'll step aside when we return. And, well, you look at it now, probably about 7:30, 7:45, we would think. It'll be Mangum and Duke in the final bowl game of the afternoon and evening. And we'll have it for you right here on oksports.tv, on Classic Hits 97.7, and also on our Facebook page. That is Classic Hits 97.7. So, until the second of our pair of bowl games, I'm Michael Barnes. Mangum wins it 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning on Classic Hits 97.7, home of Michael in the morning, 6 to 10 here